Hello, welcome to this guide to MySID for LA Finance Officers. Okay, so the first thing that you need to be aware of is how to log in. If you go to the web address www.easmysid.co.uk, that will take you to the home page, which will then ask you to sign in using the login and password that you've been provided with. So I'm just going to do that now. Click on sign in. Then you'll arrive at this page. Now this page appears largely blank at this point, but what I'm going to need to do now is to select the school that I want to view. So if I go to the schools menu and I can select the school that I'm looking for from my drop down list, so in this case it's Tristan Primary Highest. And what you'll notice on the left hand side now is I can see two things within this school, or two sort of features: the budget profiler and the financial monitoring. And as you may well be aware, there are a number of different sections to MySID, but what we don't have access to here is the self-evaluation, school development plan, activity plans, and the evaluation of those programs in terms of the school. So we just have access to the finance part of the SIX system. So let's just talk it through in turn. So the budget profiler will show you where the school has set budgets, okay, and it will demonstrate to you the EIG, the PDG, in terms of the amount that's been allocated. Any additional grants then, or budgets that the school has allocated activities against within their activity plan. And there's also a no-cost centre, which is for activities that will appear on their school development plans but don't carry a financial cost. And then into the financial monitoring section, you will be able to have a look at the budgets that have been added here. What's been planned in terms of spend, unplanned, and what's actual and committed. What we can do in this section also is we can filter out budgets. So if we just wanted to look at the PDG on the screen, if we click on the other buttons here, then anything that hasn't been attributed to PDG will disappear, and that will then give us a clear view of what the school has spent its money on in terms of the PDG. So here we can see all of the activities that have been funded against PDG, with the activity shown here on this side as well. Okay. Additionally, there is the ability to edit, should that be required. To edit a section or an entry, you can simply click on the pencil. And we can see here then the invoice numbers, finance codes, pay numbers, the type of expenditure that is shown can then be edited as well within the interface here, simply by clicking into the box and then adding in the appropriate information. If additional lines for budgets need to be added, we can click on the plus button, and if we do that, we can see then that this will open up another entry which can be placed against the activity that's above here on the in the top left hand corner. Another invoice number can be added, finance codes, and expenditure can be put in here as well. But I can also then, obviously, if I didn't mean to do that, I can delete that as well. And when you're finished, click on done here. If I want to pull this information down, there's two things that I can do. If I want to pull down the download financial budget report, which gives you the high level budgets, looking at the planned and unplanned spends, if I click on the button at the top, this will open up the opportunity to download this information as a spreadsheet. So when I'm asked by the web, do I want to open or save the financial monitoring, if I click on open, it will allow me to open up the spreadsheet. So once that's done, that will pop up on the screen in just a second. Now here it comes. Okay, so the budget reports can be pulled down into an Excel document, and then obviously if that information is required in a different format, that can be edited and taken away, but you can see the key information here is all on screen. That can obviously be extracted and saved elsewhere. And also then this financial services report can also be downloaded by clicking on the button And what the financial services report shows is the full detail of the activities, the funding sources, invoices, finance codes, and so on. So it gives a full picture of the spend at that particular time. So we click on open, we get that information that comes through on the spreadsheet as well, as you can see there. Okay, so that gives you really the basic functionality of what the local authority finance account will allow you to do in the system. So thank you very much for listening.